Okay, we're here. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, 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 come on in. A pleasant greetings to everybody out there in viewing land. Tough Forum right back at you one more time for the 2022 December. We're here. Wow. And just like that, we're the last month of the year. Yes, I've been absent for a while, but nonetheless, plenty of things to be talked about, plenty of things to talk about tonight on this episode of the Wednesday Wagwan, the midweek catch up. Man, it's been a long time, people, and so much things has happened in the last few weeks and months. So many things I don't even know where to start. So I'm just going off the dome, off the top right now because I mean a lot's been happening. So many things. You know, weeks past, we've had more officers that were killed, more police officers were killed through the violence, shot by guns, stabbed. Rest in peace and condolences to the families of those who lost loved ones in those horrific tragedies. We've lost a lot more young men, young women. We've lost parents at the hands of their own children. We've lost children at the hands of their own parents. So many things has happened. We've had multiple mass shootings in the States, in various areas, and the violence continues. A quick recap just on last week. A female was shot in a car with another two individuals. I believe one got away, managed to make their way to the hospital, and they found the woman, you know, um, with multiple gunshot wounds. And I just made me wonder, like, what happened here? That a woman was caught in the crossfire or caught in this thing and looked like it was targeted. Um, Last week, sometime just early on Sunday morning, I got up and I heard in a area close to where I live, fairly close, at a gas station, a 21-year-old woman was shot and killed. Like, I mean, in broad daylight. People were pumping gas, and here comes a hooded bandit and shoots this young person, ending her life. And that just happened on Sunday morning. Wow. What can I say, people? The madness continues, and here we are, still talking about it. And I just want to know, what can we do? Like, what are you seeing out there? Are you timid? Are you looking at every corner now? Every time you go in your car or when you even go pump gas? Like, it's crazy. Oh man, what's happening with the violence that's going on against women? So many spouses really, being charged and accused of violently hurting or killing someone that they know or were involved with. What's happening, people, in our schools? We got schools, two in particular that I know about, or one that was amalgamated, two schools amalgamated into one in the Toronto area. And, it just hurt my heart when I was watching the news the other day to see parents and students out and just, advocating or for their fellow students and asking for help, to quell this violence that's plaguing the schools. I mean, almost every day there's a stabbing or a shooting happening in schools, in high schools, in junior high schools. Lockdowns we're hearing on the regular. And I don't know what's going on. I mean, I was a youth, and of course, in high school and junior highs, things happen, but I mean, not at the magnitude that I'm seeing here, man. I'm talking like every 2 days, every other day, every other week, something is happening in schools. Some of them are being filmed, videotaped, and shared on various platforms of social media. But genuinely, what I'm hearing is that a lot of students that want to go to school and learn, they're terrified because they can't even go inside these washrooms and, do what they have to do in the washroom. One, the bathrooms are crowded with people doing all kinds of extracurricular, let's say, things not pertaining to school, and can just be involved in an altercation in the girls' room or the boys' bathroom. Hear plenty female complain about not having the proper necessities while using the washroom, like simple things like toilet paper. It's just deplorable. Students coming on TV with speeches talking about their honor students, and they don't want to be embarrassed or grouped in with the rest of the hoodlums and the I don't know what to call these people, but the miscreants that are in the schools. So there's violence happening everywhere. But even in our educational system where we send our kids to go while we're at work and hoping that they're in school getting an education, we got this going on. We got a problem. We got a plague happening from north, south, east, and west in all parts of the city here in Ontario, as where I reside. And as I do this episode tonight, I just want to ask the question, where has the discipline gone? Or what is happening in our schools where it seems like we can't even expel students, or if we do expel students, they're back anyway? What is happening that we're needing extra teachers to pay attention to unruly children in classrooms? What is happening when, I mean, in my time, if I'm have an outburst in class or I threaten a teacher, because that's what's happening. Teachers are getting threatened. Their lives are getting threatened, are being threatened. And when a teacher says, I'm leaving, when a teacher says, I'm leaving the classroom, I'm leaving the school, we have a problem. When students are leaving the school to ensure their safety, we have a problem. When we can't take these problem children out of the school system and ensure a safe passageway, a safe couple hours of getting education, we have a problem. When you can't congregate, when you can't go into the bathroom because there's a congregation in the bathroom stalls, we have a problem. So my question is, where do we go from here? Who do we have to call? Is it out of the hands of the school boards, the principals, the teachers? Is it to go in the hands of police officers that even now we're even trying to revisit having police officers in schools. This program ended, I believe, in 2017, where we, or the masses, the majority of people decided we don't need police in our school systems, and all the controversy that caused, because of people being targeted, because of stereotypes, because of all kinds of taboo things. And last but not least, it seemed like it was not really effective. I'm at a loss for words to say where we're going from here, where my grandchild is going to be in a couple years. Thank God she's not in this particular province right now. She's moved away, and thank God she's doing a lot better where she is. One of my granddaughters. But it's a scary thought to just know that schools are not the same as it was back in the days. Schools are not safe. Many schools are not safe. And when education is being hindered, when education is being derailed, you're leaving little options for these people. But I always said to my wife that I will never have a child terrorist in my house. And so I'm appealing to these parents who seem to condone when a principal calls you down and say, listen, your child has been rude in my class, and there seems to be no punitive action, no repercussion for their actions, no accountability, no punishment as the authority figure, or you come more in defense of your child and ask and try to impose all these rights that you supposedly have, that your child should remain in school. Ah, it's crazy. That's what's happening. But what is happening though? Violence against women. It's I hear the statement, where women make as a joke, as a snide remark sometimes regarding men, and say, chivalry is dead. Or when a man makes a nice gesture to a woman, pulling out a chair, or doing some things that are courteous to a woman, they will say things like chivalry is not dead. But this is far from it. Chivalry is not even in the vocabulary. If you're shooting women, killing women, strangling women, dumping them in suitcases in the river, dismembering women, you're already shooting men, now you're shooting women and child. You're in the school system, not even warming bench. You're going in there with knives and guns and blazing up schools and putting schools on lockdown, and parents have to run in from work. What is this? TV has come to the forefront. Things I've seen on TV is now my everyday occurrence when I watch the news. I'm wondering, is this TV or is it reality on my TV? Oh, people, we need to talk about this. I need to hear people telling me some solution they have, because it doesn't seem to be easy for the school boards to just expel some of these people as it was in my day. Suspension, 3-day suspension, or whatever, 1 day, 3 day, and then finally expulsion. And I know it's not easy just to say expel and then and I've heard one person I was speaking with today even suggesting, well, just move to another school, or if you want your child to learn, just move to another school. This one particular school that is amalgamated now, these two schools that are amalgamated into one now, for example, in Toronto, Imagine a school having 3,000, 4,000 students merge with another school that has 2,000 students or whatever, and you're trying to coexist. And if that school is already beyond the capacity and teachers are leaving, where are you going to send your kids? Where are you sending your children for education? Because we already had strikes the other day in the past weeks that I haven't been on here. We've had a strike, a threatened strike with teachers. Oh Lord, it just keeps going on and on. What is happening? It's like the wheels are all falling off on all the institutions. And the one institution where education is concerned, anyway, where our children are our future, it seems like the future is being stifled, it's being stymied, it's being suffocated because of gun toting idiots out there and knife wielding goons. I know I'm throwing out some slang and terrible terms right now, but they're behaving less than human. We all bleed the same blood, but yet we feel it's better to spill another person's blood for whatever reason. Oh, I've been disheartened for the last couple weeks. I've been sick physically, but I'm sick just by hearing some of these things. It just makes me sick because I don't know what it is I can do, but I need to do more. I need to get into the ears of these people. I need to be able to start a dialogue even with them, something. But I need to understand what are they thinking and where are they going. Is there hope for change, or are they just going to be another statistic, dead or in jail? And the innocent ones who are not involved in any of these violent acts or gang related incidences or just bullying or just whatever or random acts of violence, the people, the innocent people are suffering. The good are suffering for the bad. And yet here we are again in another Wednesday Wagwan. That is the Wagwan. People, help me. Tell me, what is it we need to do? What is happening with our children in schools? Where's the discipline gone? Can we get it back? Can we win our kids back? I don't know, but until next time, we'll speak on it again. Wow. In the meantime, people, I'll catch you up next week on the Wednesday Wagwan. Coming down to the end of the year, I just want to wish everybody, a wonderful season that's ahead of us. One of the best seasons because it's a time where we know that we celebrate because we know that Jesus is the reason for the season. Above all gifts and everything, we know that God sent his son into this world to save us, and we need a savior more than ever. Everybody have a wonderful Christmas. Hopefully you'll see me before that anyway. And if not, a wonderful New Year's to come. God spare our life. Until then, walk good, be vigilant, be sober, and one love to everybody out there. Peace and good night. Signing off.